What's good, everybody? It's your boy Rob.J, and welcome back to What the World Need Is. And today, family, we got so many fucking topics to talk about. Oh my goodness. It's crazy out here in these streets. Drake is being suspected of having involvement in XXXTentacion's murder. We are going to talk about the Grammys and how ritualistic that shit was. Oh baby, it looked like the devil himself risen from the fucking stage. And y'all would know what I mean when I say that when we talk about this. We are also going to talk about the weather phenomenons that has been going on around the world, y'all. Yo, have y'all been seeing the lit shit that has been happening? Yo, I'm fucking telling y'all. Earthquakes, floods, all different type of hurricanes and tornadoes happening in the weirdest fucking places. It's getting crazy out here. The animals are reacting to something crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we definitely, when I mean definitely, we are definitely in for something. Then, Turkey has been experiencing earthquakes really bad, right? And they are suspecting that the US have something to do with it. We are definitely going to talk about that. The natives are getting pushed out of their land. We're definitely going to talk about that since it's Black History Month. And there was a bad train derailment, and we're definitely going to talk about the effects of the train derailment. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's go. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rob.J, and welcome back to What the World Need Is. I hope you're having a good morning, good afternoon, or a good evening, whatever time you're listening to this. I just want to come on here and talk to my family about some shit that's going on, y'all. We got a whole lot of shit to get into. Everything is not going to be in chronological order, or it's going to be in the order that I specifically put it in. I'm just going to jump into a few things, y'all. It's been a lot of shit going on, and I'm not going to lie. One of the things that's been getting to me right now, right? One of the major things that's been getting to me is this trail derailment that has happened. Now, I know a lot of people like, oh, what the fuck you mean about a train derailment? How does the train derailment affect us? And y'all, I'm telling y'all, whatever type of chemicals they had in that trail derailment, it's fucking life up as we know it in certain parts of the states. And I know y'all like, what the fuck do you mean? There was a major chemical inside of, if I'm not mistaken, they said a few carts of the train. Don't know why. They just have this chemical and this gas just rolling around on the tracks. Just don't know fucking why. But it was a chemical in a few carts of that train. When the train derailed and the chemicals got up into the atmosphere, it did something. And not only did it do something, this can be a major problem and very hazardous to the world, to the United States, as we know. Those chemicals can cause a major reaction to our atmosphere that can actually bring us acid rain. I ain't make this shit up. And I know y'all like, where the fuck you get this from? We gonna talk about it, right? Well, I'm gonna have somebody else talk about this, because from what it sounds like, we are about to experience some major shit. And mind you, we don't even need to experience no major shit right now because we got a lot of shit going on with these fucking balloons in the sky. Well, it was a balloon, and then they just told us that they shot a phenomenon out the sky. Now, mind you, you know what? Let's talk about this train derailment. Then we going to talk about everything else. So that's another story I'm gonna get into. Y'all gonna be like, what the fuck was that? A guy, well, a lady. No, a guy was attacked by squirrels. And he didn't know why the fuck he was attacked by squirrels. He go look to the side and see his girl from behind the bushes training the squirrels to fuck him up. But that's just totally different, y'all. We gonna get into something else. We gonna get into something else. Because a lot of the shit that's going on right now, y'all gonna be like, what? When I play a lot of this shit, y'all gonna be like, what? So, there's also been something very similar to that train derailment where a toxic chemical has been spilled in Louisiana. And we're gonna get into that too. I just found out about it and I'm like, whoa. What? Nah, that's crazy. So I'm looking for the video. I know y'all probably like, this man is stalling. He's stalling. Yeah, because I'm looking for the video. So I can play it for you guys and you guys can be the judge of your own shit. Because when I first heard it, I was like, nah, bro. The train derailment is going to cause a lot of fucking mistakes with the weather and the environment that we already in. That ain't good, y'all. And this happened in Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. So there was a journalist that reported on this. He was like one of the first to jump on the scene. I'm not sure what type of information he obtained when he was there. But they locking his ass all the way the fuck up. All the way the fuck up. So Evan Lambert, a correspondent for News Nation, was reporting live from Governor's Mike DeWine presser. And they called the officials on his ass, y'all. And might I put my intro in? If you got something to smoke, smoke on it. If you got something to drink, sip on that. Because we about to go down a whole lot of shit. And y'all need to be prepared. So let's get into a little bit of Evan Lambert getting arrested. He was illegally told to be quiet by these officers. And that man said, shit, you better get the fuck away from me. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. They arrested him. The criminal charges that he's being arrested for is disorderly conduct, which is bullshit.
A train carrying a highly flammable chemical that's linked to increased risk of cancer derailed in Ohio.
Inside the tank cars that we've been concerned about and watching all day, the vinyl chloride.
A possible explosion was feared if the toxic gas was not released, officials say. Residents in the area of the crash were asked to evacuate. Officials completed a controlled chemical release of the gas by creating their own explosion.
It is now safe to be in the evacuation area. The evacuation order is now lifted.
I don't trust it.
This hasn't been getting a lot of coverage, and the coverage that it has been getting hasn't been very good. So let's talk about the trail derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. East Palestine is about an hour north of Pittsburgh, almost halfway to Cleveland. Norfolk Southern has a rail line that goes right through town, and this derailment happened right on the edge outside of town, on the border of PA and Ohio. Of the cars that crashed, 5 of them contained vinyl chloride. It's a monomer used to make PVC. The reporting on this has gotten vinyl chloride confused with polyvinyl chloride, the polymer made out of vinyl chloride. Now, the reason that this distinction is really important is vinyl chloride is very hazardous and very flammable. Polyvinyl chloride is a plastic that's used in like everything.
Which was debunked by what the officials told us, that it was a highly flammable chemical. So this is just somebody talking shit. And I wanted to play it for you guys because people get a lot of things mixed up and wrong when they're not actually in the area or dealing with certain people or getting the information that they need to get. They get something, they jump on it, and they be like, oh, this is what it is. But it's actually not that.
I know it may not look it, but this is what a successful controlled release of a toxic chemical looks like.
I can say at this point we have not seen anything that wasn't unexpected. We have some slightly elevated readings of the phosgene and the hydrogen chloride that we mentioned earlier right at the burn location, and only one minor hit for the hydrogen chloride downwind of the burn area, but still within that exclusion zone, a very low level hit.
With the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency's Office of Emergency Response. As we planned for throughout the burn, we have not found any hits to the waterway. There was no impact. It was anticipated to be that way. Checking during and now post has confirmed that. So they're very positive for the protection of the waterway. And we continue that monitoring program. Thank you.
No, it won't get worse again because the cars were all breached, so there's no pressure now on the cars. That was the issue. When we were letting them burn, they're consuming the product. And if they're burning and you visibly see that, they're not building pressure.
So what does all of this mean? Is it over? No, but crisis averted, that is for sure, thanks to the hard work and dedication of all of the first responders and various agencies that came together to work on this controlled release. As you heard, they're going to burn off the remaining vinyl chloride, and then once the fires are out, they're going to get a wrecking crew, more than likely Hulcher or R.J. Corman Services, to come in and clean up the wrecked derailed cars. At that point, the NTSB and the FRA will begin their full investigation. I'm sure many of you by now have seen the doorbell security camera footage that showed what appeared to be a hot axle bearing on one of the freight cars minutes before the train derailed in a different town. Plan to make a follow-up video on that, but for now, let's all just enjoy the fact that the town and the people of East Palestine are safe and in good hands. Have a good night.
And this is going with a lot of things with the flames and everything. It correlates. What I'm trying to say is it correlates with a lot of the bystanders were saying and a lot of the residents were saying. Like the chemicals, when it happened, it seemed controlled. It seemed like that it was planned already. And from what the people from the press conference was saying, it just confirmed a lot of what the guy was saying like this could be a controlled thing. Not saying that they purposely did it, but they might have purposely did it just to see the reaction of how the chemicals burn. Maybe, just my opinion. Or just to get the reaction of the people. So I'm not too sure about it. More things is coming out by the day from what's being reported by the people around the area. Fish are dying. Pets are dying. Which means cats, dogs, inside birds, all types of shit. They're dying. That's just what some of the people are saying that live in the area. Like, we got back home, our cats were dead. We got back home, our dogs were dead. So they're saying the creek that runs from East Palestine, Ohio, the fish are floating in there just dead as hell. Just dead. The image of it, they're just dying. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
If you're near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I need your help right now. Due to the train derailment and chemical explosion that's a few miles away from the Kindred Spirit Rescue Ranch in Darlington, PA, they are preparing possibly to evacuate their animals to protect them from the toxic fumes.
And that's because the animals are dying in the
So if you
neighboring
haven't heard,
states.
a bunch of trains derailed and crashed in Ohio, and they released a bunch of toxic gases. A bunch of people in the area, a lot of people in the area had to evacuate. This creator that I'm stitching had to evacuate, and they went back for their pet foxes, and they couldn't take all of their foxes, unfortunately, from what I understand from their videos. You should go watch their videos yourself. And the videos depicted in this video, trigger warning for people like me who are very sensitive to animal harm, they're like sick and hurt, and like this creator probably will need help for their foxes. Like, in terms of veterinary bills, one of their foxes broke their leg, other foxes are coughing. Like, you can see in the pictures that the foxes' faces are swollen and stuff. I asked for their Cash App, so you can find their Cash App in the comments, but it's not like this creator is like, you know, posting like their Venmo and Cash App in their videos, so I really don't think this is like a money grab or something. Like, I'm not accusing the creator of something like that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, for people who are skeptical. Anyways, you should really look into what's going on in Ohio. I highly encourage you to help this creator out, because I'm sure the vet bills and everything else going on in terms of like evacuation money, veterinary bills, like subsistence work.
The animals are going through a lot right now. They are scared and don't understand what is happening. Morpheus broke his leg from trying to escape the sounds and smells. Many foxes have swollen faces and runny eyes. Some are coughing. I'm doing everything I can to keep them safe and calm and to get them through this without more stress. Any help is appreciated.
This is crazy.
Like, all of that.
Last night we had a lot of noise from fire trucks, police cars, things popping, cracking, and exploding. Animals are very stressed and scared today. A few of my animals injured themselves trying to escape unfamiliar sounds and smells. Today there is a lot of smoke and chemicals in the air. The EPA, ODNR, and other people are out looking into things.
We need to help the animals in Ohio, because it's not good. It's not good.
Hi, I just want to mention that I live about 12 miles away from the East Palestine train derailment, and I'm not introduced to it, but when you burn vinyl chloride, it makes hydrogen chloride, and when hydrogen chloride combines with water molecules, like the ones that are in the air, it makes
This is gonna
which means acid rain.
Okay, I just saw a video. Nick Drome, I will put him in the caption to give him credit, but he broke down the train derailment and explosion and said things that the news isn't saying. The thing that they're not saying is that the vinyl chloride, when it's on fire, breaks down into hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride will attach to water. That even means water vapors. And when that happens, it turns into something acid. The bad one.
Hydrochloric.
Acid. I fucking forgot the last part. It's not good. And that's attaching to any form of water. So anyone in the surrounding areas, please be your own researcher and your own advocate, because they're going to lie to you about what's going on with the situation. Please be careful and be vigilant.
Hey y'all, I don't have a large following, so please stop and watch this. This is something not being covered by the media, and I think that's happening because they don't want to share how catastrophic it is. This creator in this specific video does a really good job explaining everything that's pretty much happening that the media isn't disclosing. So please go take a look and watch this video if you want more details on that.
So everybody keep pointing to this guy, Nick, right?
excessive to some people, but if you're in the eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania region, and you are experiencing what you think are symptoms from the Norfolk Southern Railway spill, probably smart to see a doctor. I'm not a doctor, so this isn't medical advice. I'm also not an attorney, so this is not legal advice. But I have studied a lot of industrial disasters around the country, and they almost all play out the same way. But one thing that really keeps a lot of people from being able to claim damages against these companies is they don't have proof. This isn't going to see our court system for a long time. So if you were hurt from these toxic fumes, it might be years before you see your day in court, and having medical records from when you experienced this are going to help. People might think that this is excessive or even a waste of doctors' time, but we don't know really who is being exposed to what. In the future, the railway is going to argue that anything you felt was either placebo or even recall bias, so any documentation you have is going to help. This is going to sound...
Well, he giving the information.
Hasn't been getting a lot of coverage, and the coverage that it has been getting hasn't been very good. So let's...
Man, I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of shit going on around the world. Y'all thought I was joking? Y'all thought I was joking? Let's get into these birds going crazy, y'all. The birds are going crazy. The birds are going crazy. And everybody like, why you so fascinated on the birds going crazy? When the birds go crazy, there's something that we have to look at, because birds are a signal, birds are a sign. And when they start acting crazy, we gotta look into it. Now, there's reports of birds going crazy in Mexico, Baltimore, New York, Pennsylvania, Louisiana, LA. It's like the birds are just going fucking crazy. I'm not sure. This is a video out of Japan. Like, you guys won't be able to see the video, but there's thousands of crows. Thousands of crows in this one area of Japan. Do you hear it? First of all, everybody that know me, and now that we family, y'all about to know me, I am petrified of fucking birds. Yes, I am scared of the motherfuckers. I'm scared of pigeons. I'm scared of geese. I'm scared of ducks. I'm scared of seagulls. I don't like them motherfuckers. I hate them. The little brown ones. It, I can't stand them. Y'all, I don't like birds.
Hey, do y'all remember that movie, The Birds? I don't know what else to say to y'all, but I'm gonna hurry up and go with the stuff. Hey, do y'all remember?
That's in Florida. Y'all, it's so many birds just going fucking bonkers right now. Now, from what I was told growing up, when you see birds like that in a cluster, something ain't right. Something is about to come.
You guys got to see this. I've legit never seen this before in my life. There's a bird outside my house that is trying to get in. When I say trying, I mean adamant. Why do you want to come in my house so bad? This bird keeps trying to get in my window. You can't come in.
The birds are trying to get in her house. Do you guys hear it?
Yeah, this could be a good one. That bottom.
Thousands of birds.
Yeah, very good.
Can someone tell me what this means? Over 1,000 birds in the air right now.
Thousands of birds in the sky, guys. A red robin trying to get inside the house. Another bird.
It's an invasion. That was not a flock of birds. That was a gang.
Let me in, baby, open the door.
Thousands of birds. Thousands of birds again. And this is happening all over the world, guys.
In case y'all thought I was lying, here it is, 8:19, and this damn bird is still trying to come into my house. I mean, it's really literally been a 12-hour shift, and he's still outside my window.
Birds are really trying to fly in the homes. They're trying to go for safety. Birds flying at night. Now, don't get me wrong. Some birds fly at night. So that was just an example of so many birds. Not even an example. Oh, God. That was evidence. These birds are acting really, 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 really strange. And it makes me wonder if it has something to do with the weather. Now, I say this because there's no secret at all, that in the beginning of this new presidency, they was talking a lot about weather wars and water wars. I say that because a government official in Turkey claims that the United States are using a weather machine against them because they won't take part in the fuck shit. And y'all like, how do y'all get this from that? How do y'all get everything from that? And it's just what Joe Biden said. His own fucking words.
That price. Turkey is the real problem here. And I would be having a real lockdown conversation with Erdogan and letting him know that he's going to pay a heavy price for what he has done. Now, pay that price.
Now, they're saying a tectonic weapon is a hypothetical device or system which could trigger earthquakes, volcano eruptions, or other seismic events in specific locations by interfering with the Earth's natural geological processes. It was defined in 1992 by Alexis. This is a name that a Russian name that I can't pronounce, guys. So I won't be saying that. And then his quote is, "A tectonic or seismic, sorry guys, weapon would be used of the tectonic energy of the Earth's deepest layers to induce a destructive earthquake." That is his words. This thing was built in 1992. This thing was built in 1992. Turkey's rejection of NATO. This is probably why they are mad with Turkey. Like, Turkey rejected NATO. And this is probably why things are happening the way that it's happening. And then he says, beyond undercutting NATO's response to Russia's aggression reflects a deeper rift between the West and Turkey. Is that why Biden said Turkey is going to pay? And could this be the results of Turkey having earthquakes? Lord have mercy. It seemed like everything is just adding up. It just seemed like everything is adding up. I don't know why. And I don't know how I got down this fucking rabbit hole. But I definitely got down it. And mind you,
that price. Turkey.
And mind you, with everything happening right now, we don't need this. We don't need this at all. Like, I don't understand. We don't need it. We just really don't need this shit. I don't know if I'm speaking for myself or if I'm speaking for everybody out there. But for my motherfucking self right now, I don't need this shit. Like, I really don't. I really don't. Now, on from the entertainment, from the world news, let's get into some entertainment news. Why the fuck is Drake being suspected of having involvement with XXXTentacion?
The murder trial and the death of local rapper XXXTentacion might begin this month. Attorneys are attending hearings today. One just wrapped up where the judge found one of the defendants is competent to stand trial. XXXTentacion, whose real name is Jase Swain Onfroy, was leaving a business in Deerfield Beach when he was ambushed and shot to death by two accused robbers. Lawyers for one of the murder suspects, Dedrick Williams, filed a motion for rapper Drake to testify at the trial, believing that previous tension between Drake and XXXTentacion could be linked to the murder. There has not been any evidence.
Damn. Was done.
Drake, what the fuck?
Was done in the dark must come to light. I know everybody remembers this famous story post that wasn't taken seriously by X. Now it looks like Drake might actually have something to do with his murder. So the alleged murderer of X says that Drake and DJ Academics needs to testify at his trial. I think the craziest part out of all of this is that Drake, 6ix9ine, the Migos, and many more people were heard to be witnesses to the murder. I'm like, how does that make any sense? So it's looking like these artists know a lot more to the story than what happened. And what makes it even more crazy is that we all received the story like it was only X and then the 4 people who attempted to rob him. No, Drake didn't pull the trigger, but he damn near snitching on himself with the lyrics. Drake's Her Lost album, the song titled No BS. Good look here at verse 2. Damn, maybe I should do a 20, maybe I should break that 20, do a 10. Maybe I should break that 10, do a 5, then if it get live, do that 5 again. This is where it gets me for real. If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again. Damn. And now that y'all got the background on it, I'm going to show y'all the interview that Drake was referring to.
Initially, he was supposed to contact one of my managers. So he doesn't do it. That same fucking week, bro. I go on to, well, I can't go on to it obviously because I'm locked up. Yeah. I'm on the security phone, you feel me?
So you in jail, he's supposed to contact your manager, and then what happened?
He dropped the fucking video of previewing that shit in Amsterdam with some nigga from the UK. You know what I'm saying? He dropped the video. I was talking to
So now we seeing where the initial beef started from. This was basically saying that Drake just bit his whole flow and didn't even give him props, credit, or even recognize that it was his. No contact with the manager, anything. X didn't like that. But let's continue to watch.
Actually, fuck that. It was my dog, Chris. I was on the phone with my dog, Chris. He was like, yo, you gotta listen to this shit. This nigga Drake a fuck nigga. That's exactly what he said. Like, this nigga Drake a fuck nigga. You gotta listen to this shit. So he plays this shit. I hear him, da-da-da-da-da, I'm like, what the fuck? As soon as it started, like, I knew he was getting that. And the funny thing is, we didn't discover it. Like you said, the fans, because they're so cold, like, it's like, I got a piece of the internet, you feel me?
So they were saying that Drake was biting your style. That's what the fans were saying.
Yeah. Flow, hell yeah, bro. You could take his verse, like they did a mashup. They put his verse on my song, and the cadence is literally just at the same tempo. It's not offbeat at all.
So let's not forget that DJ Academic's name was also mentioned. Here's why I think. This video right here is actually connected to 2 videos I did about X's death a few months back. In an interview where he went to expose the music industry and how the industry used certain frequencies and vibrations to control y'all minds and emotions. So y'all go back and watch that whole video in this interview as well. After y'all do that, let me know what y'all think about X and Drake being a possible witness.
Y'all better get into it. Y'all better get into it.
This nigga Drake a fuck nigga. You gotta listen to this shit.
Demon just got up. I gave my bro in advance. Love is just not in my plan. Not even taking a check.
I hear da-da-da-da, my dad. I'm like, what the fuck?
I bet you was your mess. Hey, can't keep my dick in my pants.
Drake hit up a DJ that I fuck with. You feel me? And bruh told me, he was like, yo, nigga Drake, watch your interview. He said he fuck with you and he fuck with your partner Ski Mask. He was supposed to contact one of my managers. So he doesn't do it. That same fucking week, bro. This nigga Drake a fuck. nigga, you gotta listen to this shit.
So is that why they suspecting that he had something to do with it? And then, I mean, the song
Why do
lyrics.
people think that Drake unalived XXX? It all started when Drake stole X's flow.
He was supposed to contact one of my managers, so he doesn't do it. That same fucking week, bro.
So that caused X to send shots at Drake for stealing his flow, and then he also said this about Drake's mom. And apparently he caught wind that Drake was mad at him, and he posted this on his Instagram story, which hit the news, hit the shade room, hit all them blogs.
Said if Drake tried to kill me, no, he said if somebody tried to kill me, Drake had something to do with it.
SMS triple X, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. And with lyrics like Louis bags and the shame for body bags, yeah. Hire some help. Get ready these I'm not saying Drake did it, but I'm saying he got a lot of money and he knows people. What do you think about this? Why do people
Many A-list
Shit.
celebrities allegedly had involvement in this case, such as Drake, Joe Budden, Offset, Quavo, the late Migos rapper Takeoff, as well as 6ix9ine, all listed as potential witnesses for this XXX Tentacion murder. The ongoing tension between Drake and X is believed to be over Drake's flow being stolen on his song KMT, when many A-list celebrities allegedly had involvement in this case, such as Drake, Joe Budden, Offset, Quavo, the late Migos rapper Takeoff, as well as 6ix9ine, all listed as potential witnesses.
So to me, it's sounding like I don't know. You want to know what? I don't really think Drake had anything to do with it. I think that people listen to music, and like XXX was saying before, the frequencies in music, it play on your emotions and stuff. And I feel like people just felt like after they listened to a few of Drake's songs and it said all of that stuff about X, and they knew that him and X was beefing, they took matters into their own hands and they did what they did. Do I think Drake actually had something to do with it? No, but I think he actually sparked the flame for it to happen. So that's just my unpopular opinion on the whole situation. Because that, to me, I don't know. It's just it's a lot, and I honestly think that the courts should handle that the proper way. So whoever actually did do the shooting should go to jail for it. I mean, the plot man is always going to be the middleman. We really don't even really know who the plot man was. So if it was Drake, they ain't saying it's Drake. And what Migos got to do with it, I don't fucking know. I have no clue, but I'm pretty sure they all had something to do with stealing his fucking flow. Like, at this point, that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. They all rap like that. They all do that shit. So, I mean, whether you invented the flow, you started it, you took it from somebody else and re-ramped it, I really don't fucking know. At this point, I don't just think that Drake had something to solely do with this whole thing. Do I think he sparked the flame for the shit? I think he sparked the flame for this motherfucker. I definitely do think that. Now, we're going to talk about this Grammy and it being satanic. Because the shit that's been happening in the world, and we starting to see a lot of symbolism and satanic things happening, and them doing shit with kids, it fucks with my brain, right? So when I seen this whole thing with the Grammys, I was just like, yo, they taking this shit a little bit too far. And my first time experiencing seeing things like this at the Grammys was when Nicki Minaj performed her song. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was her first Grammys performance. It was so fucking satanic. It didn't even make no sense. And then she caught a lot of backlash from that shit too. So why do people feel like they should keep doing it? It's the times that we are living in where people are so disconnected with God. It makes no sense. So when things like this is put out to the public, they actually accept the shit. It bothers my soul that this is even a thing. It's like they mocking God. But let's get into it.
Took place and some interesting stuff happened. But let me show you guys a few pics and I'll talk about it a little bit right after. Check this one out.
Sam Smith.
How about this one? Isn't this one just fascinating?
I can't believe, I couldn't believe it.
And let's not forget about Bad Bunny. I mean, after all, he doesn't know which way to go.
Bad Bunny don't even know if he coming or going, so...
So without saying too much about Sam Smith, who doesn't even know what he is, or Bad Bunny, who doesn't know which way to hop, the 2023 Grammys was full of satanic mess.
This performance of the Grammys is not satanic. It's camp. No practitioner in their right mind is showing up with a top hat and devil horn. This is seriously all aesthetics. There's no sigils, no invocation. This is not a proper ritual.
This is the shit that I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm talking about. People like her. It's not satanic. He's just wearing devil horns on the stage. It's not satanic. He just got fire around him like he in hell. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Boy is up here with red spandex on, devil horns, fire all around him. People dancing around him don't even know if it's a woman or a man. And that's no shade to the trans community. Because y'all actually do a better job than the people that was on that stage.
Pay attention.
And it was sponsored by Pfizer. I can't even get past, I can't even.
Until it's Sam Smith and the horned cat and the red lights, and then it's full on satanic panic. Demonic portal at Grammys, you can see a person walking through. Yes.
The actual full performance has...
You ready? Let's go. The 2023 Grammys was one hell of a show. What was supposed to be a straight jamming set changed into a satanic celebration. Done blatant. It's all happening. Done slowly. Look at Sam Smith's performance of Unholy. Ridiculous. First of all, unholy is defined as sinful and wicked. What is that? Tongue out? Nah, the devil came to get his lick back. And the people just applaud for him. Whole audience with horns on. The devil is a liar. Some thought this was fire. See the signs, pay attention. They use artists like Bad Bunny for us to hop in that direction of darkness, evil. That's how this go. They keep their agenda hidden on the Lizzo while the mass suffer. Why you think they had Madonna imitating Jesus at the Last Supper? Oh nah, that's ridiculous. Dr. Umar voice. You don't find that suspicious? I mean, if you can't believe this, just look at what CBS tweeted. Heard this. You can say that again. We are ready to burst. All out blatant. CBS must stand for controlled by Satan. Deranged and God. But wait, there's more. With all the symbolism of fire. The Grammys was presented by none other than Pfizer. Intriguing. The Grammy viewership declining, but the agenda is increasing. With the industry getting them to do this. You know the devil was the minister of music. It's been out there for sure. The only difference now, they ain't hiding no more. Son can't. Man, the bars hell. And at this point, so is the Grammys.
Yo. The agenda is getting out there. But people are also waking up. I'm not sure What the fuck is coming down this pipeline, y'all? But there's definitely something coming. So, what the world need is, we need a little bit more love and compassion. We need a little bit more humanity. And we need to get our shit together, y'all. There's some shit coming down this pipeline. And we need to be ready. And on that note, y'all, that's what the world needs. Deuces.